song. Mula sa TVH Group of Networks, ito ang inyong himpilan. Ito ang inyong tahanan. Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
This is Asphere's Cafe.
And here's the manager of the cafe, Asphere, Aspen, Asco na cylinder, Asparagus, pasok!
Thank you very much, and fellow, good day, and welcome to Asphere's Cafe. Today is Tuesday, April 8th, 2025, and just in 2 days, it will be my 23rd birthday. Yes, I am turning 23 years old soon. Woo! I will be 23 years old, as I'm saying here. In 2 days, on April 10th, I will be 23 years old. So, yay! And before we begin, how are you, Jim Carr? If you just joined me tonight, how are you?
Yeah, I'm just okay here, and of course, I am planning to get something on the fan meeting right now, but yeah, I am preparing for more, so expect that soon. So back to Asparagus.
Thank you very much. And now let's get right away into the tech cafe. Let's get started. So let me get my screen share up as always. Hold on a bit. I need to adjust the resolution and quality. It's not the right one. Hold on. There we go. There we go. That's perfect. Okay, so let's get right away here, and we have here, and yes, we'll be talking about Nintendo Switch 2 on the Tech Cafe. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the pricing and the tariffs, the situation, and how they plan on the pricing. So yeah, we're gonna get into that right now. So here we go. So as you can see, right here, we're gonna be reading the first top story on the Verge, and that is they're explaining why it's why they decide the price on that one. So okay, so well, it seems like that it's paywall, and I'm going to stop it here, but yeah, yeah, it's literally paywall. So I'm just gonna copy here, and we're going to just let's read this one here. We're just going to read it from here. So what we know so far, where is it? So yeah, hold on. So they explain why they are keeping the price, or they sorry, why are they charging the price at around yeah. Let me just fix this up, because again that article is paywall, and as much as I want to read the entire thing, it's paywall. So if I try scrolling it, it's paywall. So luckily I managed to copy paste it so we can read it right away. But I'm going to be reading it uh, from from Google Translate, where I pasted here. Yeah, don't worry. This is not intentional, but I am just doing this to yeah, you know. But yeah. Okay, so here is the entire thing here, and of course it's kind of hard, but yeah. All right, so let's read the sentence that we got right from that headline, and that is again from the Nintendo of America president Doc Browser explained why it's priced at $450. So, in addition to a new console and lineup of games, Nintendo also revealed some sticker shock at its Switch 2 event last week. The console will cost $449.99, which is around $450, a big jump from the original Switch, which debuted at $300 in 2017. Some have speculated that the price hike was at least partly due to the ongoing confusion around President Donald Trump's planned tariffs. The timing was certainly awkward. Trump announced a fresh wide-ranging wave of global tariffs the same day as Nintendo's event. But Nintendo of America President Doug Bowser says that tariffs did not directly impact the console's original price tag. Put the April 2nd announcement aside. Any previous tariffs were not factored into the price itself, he explained, speaking to me the day after the event. And that may be true, but the impact of an April 2nd tariff announcement is already being felt. So yeah, just 2 days after its event, Nintendo announced that it was delaying Switch 2 pre-orders, which were originally slated to begin on April 9, in order to assess the potential impact of tariffs and evolving market conditions. There is currently no new pre-order date, and whether the price of the console will be changed is unclear. The news is fresh, and like many companies right now, we are actively assessing what the impact may be, Process 6. So, I believe this was also talked about. I believe this was also talked about. This was also interviewed by CNBC, which I watched it earlier, and the way how he answered to the interview was very interesting. So my take on that, yeah, that is something for the Nintendo Switch 2 regarding the pricing controversy, of course. But hey, I mean, I will give a credit to Doc Browser for answering the questions loud and clear to CNBC. So let's continue. So why is the Switch 2 so expensive? So when he asked Bowser, he rattled off a list of the new console features. The bigger LCD screen, the more powerful internals, the Joy-Con controllers that have been and redesigned for durability, the game chat social layer built into the console, and more. We want to make sure that this is a device that is approachable, that consumers will see as part of their overall entertainment experience, and will understand that it has levity to it, Bowser says. And all of those factors really go into the consideration of the price. So there you have it. And the Switch 2's price tag also puts it in the premium spot in the Nintendo's lineup. Even with the announcement of a new console, Nintendo will still be selling all three models of the original Switch, the base unit, the OLED version, and the Switch Lite for the foreseeable future, at least for now. So they will continue to keep the original Switch lineup, which once again, as I mentioned, the base unit, the all LED version, and the Switch Lite. So these three will stay for now, and yeah, I believe this is gonna last until for a few more years. But Bowser gave an unclear response when asked if the existing Switch devices, which top out at $349.99, or I should say $350, had an impact on the decision to charge $450 for the Switch 2. You want to consider pricing relative to the Switch since we still have that in distribution, he says, but really the consideration was driven by what is a part of this particular gaming experience versus what it is relative to the Switch 1. Again, he said, we are actively assessing what the impact may be. So, the console isn't the only part of the Switch lineup that's gotten more expensive. Select Switch 2 games have also received a price bump. For example, Mario Kart World will cost $80 when it comes out on June 5th, compared to the standard $60 for first-party games on the original Switch. Speaking generally about determining pricing for games, Bowser says that each game, we believe, is a unique experience and thus prices can vary accordingly. That's how Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, a game that teaches players details about the Switch 2 and offers tech demos highlighting its key features, ended up as a paid game instead of a free pack entitled like Wii Sports or Astro's Playroom. As this game was being developed, what's been packed into it is a depth of minigame experience. Also says, they're very deep, they're very repeatable. And so, as we look at the depth of play experience and opportunity, we found that $10 was a fair price to ask for that. So there you have it, guys. This is their statement of why they're pricing it high, and they're gonna double down on the $450 price tag for the console itself, and they also said they're also gonna say they're going to double down on the $80 game for selected Switch games like the Mario Kart World, which I understand why they're frustrated. But again, this has to do with the inflation or something again. But from again, what I've heard a while ago is that this has nothing to do with the tariffs at that time. So yeah, they priced this before the terrorist announcement came in from the Trump. So there you have it. So we just read the entire article that we just copy pasted from The Verge that we couldn't scroll, and it was worth it. So Dreamcar, what do you think?
I don't know how to say this, but well, on the tariffs, that is how it should work because it's the U.S. government. Second, the Switch 2 is very interesting to see. For the battery life, not quite, not quite.
Okay, that was thanks for your comment, Dreamcar. And now, well, this is funny. Meta got caught gaming AI benchmarks. Lamau, and wants me
First subscription.
to do the wow. No wonder they were caught in 4K. Let me just do the funny again. And yeah. Okay. Wait. I will just refresh it once again here just to copy that here. And of course, we're not gonna blur this one here. Okay, so here we go. And this is a very long one this time here. So yeah, here we go. So let me just fix this before then. By then, that we could not see the shots here. That is unfortunate, but that's fine. So yeah, yeah, okay. So this is a very long one, if you ask me, and we're just gonna stop it here. All right, there you have it. So let's get into that now. So over the weekend, Meta dropped two new Llama 4 models, a small model named Scott and Matric, a mid-sized model that the company claims can beat GPT-4o and Gemini 2.0 Flash across a broad range of widely reported benchmarks. Matric quickly secured the number 2 spot on LM Arena, the AI benchmark site that humans compare outputs from different systems and vote on the best one. A Meta's press release, the company highlighted Matrix's ELO score of 1,417. Oh man, which placed it above OpenAI's 4.0 and just under Gemini 2.5 Pro. A higher ELO score means the model wins more often in the arena when going head to head with competitors. The achievement seemed to position Meta's open-weight Llama 4 as a serious challenger to the state-of-the-art closed models from OpenAI and Anthropic and Google. Then AI researchers digging through Meta's documentation discovered on something unusual. In fine print, Meta acknowledges that the version of Maverick tested on LM Arena isn't the same as what's available to the public. According to Meta's own materials, it deployed an experimental chat version of Maverick to LM Arena that was specifically optimized for conversationality, TechCrunch first reported. So, Meta should have made it clear that L Llama 4 Matrix 23-26 experimental was a customized model to optimize for human preference. As a result of that, we are updating our leaderboard policies to reinforce our commitment to fair, reproducible evaluations so this confusion doesn't occur in the future. A spokesperson for Meta, Ashley Gabriel, said in an email statement that we experiment with all types of custom variants. Llama 4 Maverick 03-26 Experimental is a chat optimized version we experimented with that also performs well on LM Arena, Gabriel said. We have now released our open source version and we'll see how developers customize Llama 4 for their own use case. We're excited to see what they will build and look forward to their ongoing feedback. Well, what Meta did with Maverick isn't explicitly against Arena's rules. This site has shared concerns about gaming the system, okay, and taken steps to prevent overfitting and benchmark leakage. When companies can submit specially tuned versions of their models for testing while releasing different versions to the public, benchmark rankings like LM Arena become less meaningful as indicators of real-world performance. It's the most widely respected general benchmark because all of the other ones suck. Independent AI researcher Simon Willison tells The Verge. When Llama 4 came out, the fact that it came second in the arena just after Gemini 2.5 Pro, that really impressed me, and I am kicking myself for not reading the small print. Shortly after Meta released Maverick and Scott, the AI community started talking about the rumor that Meta had also trained its Llama 4 models to perform better on benchmarks while hiding the real limitations. You heard that term right, hiding the real limitations. Vice President of Generative AI at Meta, Hamad Al-Dalal, addressed the accusations in the post on X. We have also heard claims that we trained on test sets. That's simply not true, and we will never do that. Our best understanding is that the variable quality people are seeing is due to needing to stabilize implementations. It's a very confusing release generally. Some also notice that Llama 4 was released at an odd time. Saturday doesn't tend to be when big AI news drops. After someone on Threads asked why Llama 4 was released over the weekend, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg replied, "That's when it was ready." It's a very confused generally, says Wilson, who closely follows and documents AI models. The model score that we got there is completely worthless to me. I can't even use the model that they got a high score on. There you have it. So Meta's path to releasing Llama 4 wasn't exactly smooth. According to a recent report from The Information, the company repeatedly pushed back the launch due to the model failing to meet internal expectations. Those expectations are especially high after DeepSeek, an open source AI startup from China, released an open weight model that generated a ton of buzz last January. So there you go. So whether we believe their statement or not, I can say I have no comment on this one. What do you think?
I also have no comment. That is something I don't know to relate with that one, but wow.
Yup. Alright, fellas, it is now 6:48 p.m. as we will return with more Tech Coding Centers right here on the show. But our sponsors.
Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. Dream Cars Pizza, we make pizza the Dream Cars way. And Kapinoy Coffee, if it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
We will return after the break.
This program was brought to you by DLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan. Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. And Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FVS Manufacturing Corporation.
Dream Car Karaoke po. Tuwing paggising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap. Kaya lumipat na ako sa bagong kape ng bayan.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Gawa sa purong Arabica at Robusta mula sa pinakamainit na puso ng Pilipinas. Piniling mabuti at inihanda ng may pagmamalasakit.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap. O mga Kapinoy, subukan nyo ng tikman ang lasa ng bayan.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Kapinoy Coffee, masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Mga Kapinoy, tikman nyo na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Tamang-tama lang tapang at sarap ng kape na tiyak na magigising ka. Kaya subukan na ang bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Cream mula sa FVS Manufacturing Corporation.
Ang mas masarap na pizza ay andito na! Dream Cars Pizza, the finest pizza in the Philippines. Rich sauce, crispy crust, smooth creamy cheese, maraming toppings to choose from. And not only that, may frozen pizza rin sila. Take your pizza on the go. Dream Cars Pizza. We make the pizza the Dream Cars way.
For deliveries, call 141-9191. That's 141-9191.
Dream Cars Frozen Pizza are also available in supermarkets near you.
Worried about ponytails still dents, tangles, and frizz? Use Sunsilk Smooth and Manageable every day for 5 times smoother, fragrant hair versus non-conditioning shampoo. Para
Gandang lugar, ready lahat tayo. Sunsilk.
Welcome sa Cebuan Amazing World! Dito, all-in ang microfinancial services. OFWs, sakay na! May loan pampagawa ng bahay, pang brand yung motor, o bagong business. Cebuan Amazing! Swak ang microsaving dito. Laging ready with microinsurance. May money transfer, may cash in, cash out, remit to bank, at bills payment. Cebuan Amazing! Pwede rin mag-invest sa gold. May rewards pa! San man sa Pilipinas, basta microfinancial services, all-in dito. Kaya Cebuan Amazing ang life!
Microsavings is a product of Cebuana Lulier Rural Bank. Deposits are insured by BDIC up to 500,000 pesos per depositor. Supervised by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
Pag 40s na at may high cholesterol o diabetes, nagkakaroon ng pamimitig at pangangalay dahil maaaring kulang sa vitamin B. Connie Reyes po! At ang payo ni Doc para dyan, Vanular. Tulong laban sa pamimitig at pangangalay so you can do more with your hands and feet with proper diet and a healthy lifestyle.
Not just 3 but 5 B vitamins. Vanular.
Vitamin B complex is the generic name of Vanular. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Hello mga ka-efikasan! Si Kay Abaday ni. Naabang may mga sakit-sakit ang gipamati sa inyong mga kalawasan? Ihaplos ra na! Gamit ang Efficacent Oil Extra Strength. Kaysa Efficacent Oil Extra Strength, haplos, ayos! Unsa pa inyong gihulat? Palit na sa inyong mga suking tindahan o butika ug haplos, ayos! Methyl salicylate plus camphor plus menthol is the generic name of Efficacent Oil Extra Strength. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Husay malasakit, kaya alay sa alagang Unilab. Husay malasakit, kaya alay sa alagang Unilab yan.
For 80 years, ito ang alagang Unilab para sa'yo.
Alagang Unilab yan.
Protection
Yakult.
with 8 billion live LCS
Yakult.
that may reach the intestines alive.
Yakult.
Helps improve digestion and boost immunity.
Yakult.
With proper diet and exercise.
Yakult. Kaya panalo ka dyan.
Ako, ikaw, everybody, every bubbly, pop a Kelly. Si ate, si teacher at little boy, si BF, si Freddy at mang boy. Every bubbly, pop a Cali. Pati flavors keep it bubbly. Pineapple, Cali bubbly. Apple, Cali bubbly. Light, Cali bubbly. Pati you, me, sila sweet. Everybody, every bubbly, pop a Cali.
Magnolia.
Feeling good, set up.
Miss, pabili ng Farex B.
Farex B ha? Ayaw ko ng iba.
Yung Farex B nga po.
Meron kayong Farex B?
Marami ang umaasa sa akin. Kaya Farex B.
Buong Pilipinas ay far excited! Hindi nagpapahinto sa ngalay, tusok, manhid sa tulong ng
Farex B, Farex B, far excited with Farex B.
with proper diet and healthy lifestyle. Farex Vitamin B1, B6, B12.
If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
And now let's return to Asphere's Cafe. And we are back. It is now 6:55 p.m. and as we continue with our tech cafe, let's continue with The Verge. Of course, I have yet to return to the main page, which it's been there since a while now. But yeah, let's continue. Okay, so let's see what else here. This one has to take some compromises here as Framework stops selling some of its cheapest laptop due to Trump tariffs. So, Framework says it's temporarily pausing US sales on some of its laptops due to the Trump administration's tariffs that went into effect on April 5th according to a post on X. The affected models are a few base framework laptop 30 systems, the Ultra 5125H and Ryzen 5 7640U. The company says it has been removed. Sorry, it has removed them from its website for now. Framework states in another post, we price our laptops when tariffs on imports from Taiwan were 0%. At a 10% tariff, we would have to sell the lowest end SKUs at a loss. Other consumer goods makers have performed the same calculations and taken the same actions, though most have not open about it. Trump tariffs have already had a major impact on products from other companies. Nintendo delayed US Switch 2 pre-orders over tariff concerns, which we already discussed it earlier, for example, and Jaguar Land Rover has paused US shipments in April to develop its plans. Again, it's safe to say that this is the world we live in right now, and there's nothing we can do. If we want to change, yeah, it's up to the U.S. government right there, guys. All right, next, Gemini Live's screen sharing feature is now rolling out to Pixel 9 and Galaxy S25 devices, and it's also coming soon to paid Gemini Advanced users on other devices. So, Google's Gemini Live camera and screen share functions, which let the controversial or conversational AI chatbot answer questions about the stuff you're looking at in real time, are rolling out now on Pixel 9 series phones and Samsung Galaxy S25 devices. The free update is also coming soon to other Android devices, but you will need to be a paid Gemini Advanced user to gain access. Once available on your device, you can activate the live video function at the push of a button and ask Gemini live questions about whether your camera can see. As demonstrated in Google's April Pixel Drop video, you can do things like point the camera at an aquarium tank and ask Gemini live questions about a specific fish. You can also tap the new screen share button, show Gemini Live a shopping website, and ask the AI assistant to compare products or provide styling advice. So let's take a look at an example.
Gemini, what kind of shark is that?
That's a zebra shark. They're also sometimes called leopard sharks. Zebra sharks are pretty easy to spot because of their unique spots and stripes.
Nice. What about the black and yellow one?
That's called a batfish.
And who is this big guy?
That is a Queensland grouper. They can grow to a length of over 8 feet long and weigh over 800 pounds. Would you like to know anything else about the grouper?
Actually, yeah.
That is a pretty cool demo that you just saw. And now let's head over back to the article. So last month, Google spokesperson Alex Joseph confirmed to The Verge that the features started rolling out to customers, and some users on Reddit confirmed it appeared on the devices, including on the Xiaomi phone. The video and screen sharing in Gemini Live were first demonstrated in May of last year at Google's I/O Developer Conference as part of Project Asphere. So yeah, Gemini Live is available in 45 languages in select countries for users 18 years of age and older, which does not include education and enterprise accounts. So yeah, that is a very cool Gemini functionality we got to see earlier via YouTube. So yeah, that is pretty neat. So yeah, Dreamcar, any thoughts?
Very interesting that they now usually getting more audience share for the Gemini.
Same. Alright, let's move on and see what else we have here. Of course! Some Shin and Temu Hall video creators are stocking up, and I believe this is a paywall here. If it is, we're gonna skip. Okay, yup, we're gonna skip that one then. So, yeah, let's skip that one here. Alright, so no plans to use in-car camera data for targeted ads. Really? Okay, we're gonna get into that right now. So, Waymo has no plans to use footage from cameras inside its robo-taxis to train AR models for targeted ads, spokesperson Julia Elena said in an email to The Verge. Elena was responding to an unreleased page from Waymo's privacy policy that appears to offer customers the ability to opt out from having their personal information including interior camera data associated with rider's identity, to train generative AI models for a variety of purposes, including advertisements. The snippet from the privacy policy was discovered by security researcher Jean Mankun Wong, who previously found Waymo's plans for a tipping feature. The screenshot posted by Wong was from an unreleased app page that contains placeholder text that doesn't accurately reflect the feature's purpose, Elena cautioned. The feature, which is still under development, will not introduce any changes to Waymo's privacy policy, but rather will offer riders an opportunity to opt out of data collection for machine learning training purposes, she continued. Waymo's robotaxis, which currently operate in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Phoenix, and Austin, feature in-cabin cameras that watch customers while they're out on the road by themselves in the vehicles. Essentially, Waymo is keeping an eye on their customers to make sure they're safe while also monitoring the safety and upkeep of the vehicle itself. The company uses the live feeds to track lost property, monitor the vehicle's cleanliness, and make sure that customers are following the rules for riding in a robotaxi. Waymo's machine learning systems are not designed to use this data to identify individual people, and there are no plans to use this data for targeted ads, Elena said. But increasingly, tech companies are hungry for any and all data to train their voracious generative AI models as they attempt to build more chatbots and image generators. Waymo is owned by Alphabet, which oversees Google and its Gemini products. And Waymo uses generative AI for its own research and development, as noted in this blog post from last year, which I think is applicable too, so I'm not going to bother opening in the new tab. It's understandable that questions on privacy and data usage would come up eventually for Waymo, and most customers would reject any time to use their likeness without permission to train AI models aimed at selling them stuff, which thankfully Waymo states it has no plans to do. And if any of that changes, it's good that they're offering people the option to opt out. So there you have it. So again, good for Waymo if they have no plans to use the in-car camera for targeted ads, which I don't think it's a right way in my own opinion. Like, it should already be illegal. So there you go. So any comment, Dreamcar, or no comment before we move on? And we have no comment. Okay. Looks like there's a good news, as you can borrow and resell Nintendo Switch to game key cards. So Nintendo confirms that Switch game key card downloads are locked to a specific Nintendo account. So what a relief for those who are worried that it will be locked to a specific console. This is not the case. Following the reveal of Nintendo's new game key cards during its Nintendo Switch 2 event last week, we're finally getting more details about why they exist and how they can be used. Although they don't contain a physical copy of the game, Nintendo's Tetsuya Sasaki explained to GameSpot that game key cards are permanently tied to a specific Nintendo account. The games can be inserted and played on any Switch 2 console, allowing them to be borrowed, rented, and even resold. So this is 1,000 times better than a download code which can expire at any time now, but good for Nintendo that they're going with this path of allowing to be reused in any way for a game key card. So that's good news. So key cards will start up on a console or system that is slotted into, so it's not tied to an account or anything, said Sasaki. So that is good. That behavior is different from the Switch games that Nintendo currently sells in retail locations, which feature a download code instead of a physical cartridge. Those codes can only be used a single time and are connected to a specific Nintendo account, preventing them from being resold at a later date. While game key cards changes that, and I think this is a good news, but still, if the game is down and it's no longer available, this is a concerning part, right? Right, so game key cards automatically trigger a game download when it's started into a Switch 2 console. Once the game is downloaded and installed, an internet connection is only required when you launch the game for the first time. That is according to a support page on Nintendo's website. After that initial launch check, the game can be played without an internet connection as long as game key cartridge is still inserted into the console. So there's that. So yeah, the game key cards are an unusual format that merges digital game downloads and physical cartridges without quite solving the downsides of either format. Internet access is still required to download the games, and you still need the cartridges to play them. But as Nintendo of America President Doug Bowser explained to The Verge, the game key cards primarily benefit publishers allowing them to sell physical copies of games at retail locations that may exceed the 64 gigabytes capacity of regular Switch 2 game cartridges. So that's that is a relieving news for some who are concerned that that it cannot be resolved. But again, this is not the case. So this is good news for 'em. So there you have it. So any thoughts about the news that they are allowed to borrow and resell the Switch 2 game cards at any time? What do you think? Because again, this is a good thing for me because it's not going to be locked to a specific Nintendo account and a console. So yeah, that's my take. How about you?
Good thing that they just recycled the Switch cartridges, and it would still work as well.
I see. All right, and well, now that we spoke good news, we have some not so good news. So Nintendo confirmed the Switch 2's Joy-Cons don't use the Hall effects joystick. So if you are worried about the drift, the Joy-Con drift, Joy-Con drift on your Switch, well, be prepared for the possible drift as well on the Nintendo Switch 2. And this is what I'm concerned too. So after several days of not providing a direct answer about the technology used in the Switch 2's Joy-Cons, Nintendo has finally confirmed that the new console's controllers do not employ anti-drift Hall effect joysticks. And this is worrying because if you recall with the original Nintendo Switch, there has been a news that for a very long time that after some usage of your Nintendo Switch, your Joy-Con will likely drift, and that's what we were hoping that it will be addressed in the Switch 2, but this is not the case as well. So that's sad. So when asked about the technology inside the Switch 2's Joy-Cons that feels so different to the original Switch analog stick during a recent interview, Nate Bildorf, as the senior vice president of product development and publishing at Nintendo of America, told Nintendo Life that the Joy-Con 2's controllers have been designed from the ground up. They're not Hall effect sticks, but they feel really good. Following Nintendo's Switch 2 presentation last week, the company shared an Ask the Developer discussion with the console's designers that touched on internal technical aspects of its upgraded controllers. According to Switch 2 producer Koichi Kawamoto, the company redesigned everything from scratch for Joy-Con 2. Compared to the Joy-Con controllers for Switch, the control sticks are larger and more durable with smoother movement. We have also made Joy-Con 2 bigger to match the larger console. However, while Nintendo has confirmed that the Switch 2's Joy-Cons aren't relying on anti-drift Hall effect sensors, it has yet to confirm exactly what technology is in use. So, this is their question. Is the console still using the same 10nm based joysticks that contributed to the original Switch notorious joystick drift problems? Or has it found a way to remove that technology to extend the longevity of the Joy-Con hardware? And if Hall effect joysticks aren't in use, has Nintendo adopted tunneling magneto-resistance joystick technology that could solve joystick drift once and for all while offering several benefits over Hall effect sensors? Well, we will either find out from Nintendo itself or have to wait until the Switch 2 finally ships and gets dissected to reveal what's inside those controllers. So, place your bets. What do you think Nintendo will address the issue for the Switch 2? Now knowing that they're not gonna use the Hall effect joysticks, or will it still persist on the Switch 2? That is what I'm worried, and I don't know. So, what do you think?
I would say either both.
Either both, huh? Okay, well then. And there you have it, guys. That is all for the Verge headlines for today, as we're gonna move on to the smartphone news in a bit. It is now 7:10 p.m. as we will get into the smartphone news on the Tech Cafe right here on Espresso Cafe. But our sponsors:
Dream Cars Pizza, Asphere's Aircon, and Capinoy Coffee. It's 7:10. We'll be right back.
This program was brought to you by TLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan. Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. And Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FES Manufacturing Corporation.
Dream Car Karaoke po, tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Ang mas masarap na pizza ay andito na! Dream Cars Pizza, the finest pizza in the Philippines. Rich sauce, crispy crust, smooth creamy cheese, maraming toppings to choose from. And not only that, may frozen pizza rin sila. Take your pizza on the go. Dream Cars Pizza. We make the pizza the Dream Cars way.
For deliveries, call 141-9191. That's 141-9191.
Dream Cars Frozen Pizza are also available in supermarkets near you.
Nawawala ang stress kapag refreshing breaks halika na. I can't wait to be with you. San Miguel flavored beer na to. Apple lemon lychee, refreshing di sweet na gusto ko. Apple lemon lychee, San Miguel flavored beer na to.
Enjoy the refreshing sweet flavors of San Miguel flavored beer, apple, lemon, and lychee with just the right beer buzz.
San Miguel flavored beer na to.
Life refreshingly sweet with San Miguel flavored beer.
Drink responsibly.
Tag-ulan, tag-ubo, tag-sipon, taglagnat, tag-trangkaso. Kaya naman dapat pag tag-ulan, tag-Sed Pariawan Plus Capsule. Todo protektado ang katawan sa anumang uri ng karamdaman sa Sed Pariawan. Mainam din sa mga pinahihirapan ng sakit na diabetes, heart disease, myoma, bukol-bukol sa katawan, mataas sa sugar level, goiter, pagmamanas ng paa at marami pang iba. Mag-Sed Pariawan Plus Capsule araw-araw. Tag-ulan, tag-sakit. Tag-Sed Pariawan Plus Capsule. A quality product of Sed Marketing.
Ang tunog ng immunity na hirap lumaban sa sipon.
Matagal gumaling sa sipon symptoms. At tagal gumaling sa sipon symptoms.
Versus immunity na nag-Neozep Z Plus Forte. Now with zinc.
Pinalakas laban sa sipon virus. Pinalakas laban sa sipon virus. Pinalakas laban sa sipon virus. Pinalakas!
Sa Neozep Z Plus Forte with zinc. Pinalakas ang immunity versus previous formulation para bilis galing sa sipon symptoms by 2 to 3 days with proper diet and exercise. Kaya balik saya sa mga gusto mong gawin.
Alagang Unilab yan.
Phenylephrine HCl plus chlorpheniramine maleate plus paracetamol plus zinc is the generic name of Neozep Z Plus Forte. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Dumarami na ang gumagaling sa Sid Panyawan Herbal Capsule. Ako po si Antonio de la Cruz from Northern Cotabato. Dati po sumakit yung likod ko pero ngayon gumaling na dahil sa Sid Panyawan.
Ako po si Kin. At dati po sumakit po aking tiyan at likod at ulo. Ayun, ininom ko yung herbal capsule. Pagkatapos, bigla ako gumaling. Ay bay, natuwa ang aking misis.
Mabibili sa lahat ng drugstores nationwide.
Tuhod, siko, baywa, paglaging pasan ang sakit sa kasukasuan, sign na yan ng arthritis o joint deterioration. Karaniwan kapag nagkakaedad na, kailangan ng tibay at ginhawang makakapitan. Kaya ng artrisin yan. May undenatured type 2 collagen at methylsulfonyl methane na maaaring makatulong protektahan ang kalusugan ng kasukasuan. Make the right move. Uminom ng artrisin araw-araw. Mabibili ang artrisin sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Mahalagang paalala, ang artrisin ay hindi gamot at hindi maaaring gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Sipping on McCafe iced coffee. Feeling unstoppable.
My fuel, my coffee.
My rhythm, my coffee. Get your McCafe. Stronger, creamier, and better than our previous iced coffee original blend. 49 pesos na lang at a McDonald's store near you.
My coffee, my cafe. My coffee, my cafe. My coffee, my cafe.
Barbie, pinapahid mo na naman yung Silka Lotion. Anong meron dyan?
Girl, may papaya enzymes and NutriBlend complex to.
Taray, may papaya. Tinola ka, girl.
Ay, sis! Ang Silka may Vita-Absorb technology at SPF 6 din.
SPF? Super papaya fruit?
Sun protection factor kasi, friend! Kahit
Kahit under the sun, skin ay lit with regular use.
Wow! Slay it!
Slay it with a skin na gig. Stay lit with Silka with regular use for only 750 pesos SRP.
Petron Gasul, Petron Gasul. Petron Gasul, kasaligan sa kusina, sakto sa timbang. Tung sa True Blue Flame, grabe yun kasulit. Gold quality standard, dilig yun ka maipit. Petron Gasul, maugoy kasaligan. Daghang sunod, pero di yun matukngan. Petron Gasul, Petron Gasolista. Petron Gasul, Petron Gasolista. Petron Gasul, Petron Gasolista. Petron Gasul.
Sing along to the music. Cool FM.
And now let's get back to Asphere's Cafe. We're back. It is now 7:17 p.m. and now let's get into the smartphones on the Tech Cafe. So let's get the screen share. Here we go. Alright, so our first smartphone news on the Tech Cafe is the One UI 7 roadmap from Samsung members. So let's kick things off right now. Samsung kicked off its One UI 7.0 up rollout today with the Galaxy S44 series, Galaxy Z Fold 6, and Z Flip 6s. So, GSM Marina already got a list of the eligible devices, but we now get an updated release schedule via the Samsung members community with specific launch details for all the devices that are getting the firmware update. There's a total of 46 devices ranging from last year's Galaxy Tab S10 Plus and Tab S10 Ultra tablets to 2022 mid-rangers like the Galaxy A53. Keep in mind, this list is for the South Korean market and as such includes devices limited to that market. So we should expect a similar list for the global market soon. So yeah, Samsung's One UI 7.0 update is scheduled to last until June and will follow a batch release. So here is the release schedule in South Korea. So April 2025, obviously we have the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Z Flip 5, the Galaxy Tab S10 Plus and Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra, the Galaxy S23, S23 Plus and S23 Ultra, and the S24 FE. So, and for the next month, which is May, it's going to be the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and Z Flip 4, Galaxy Tab S9, Tab S9 Plus, and Tab S9 Ultra, the Galaxy S23 FE, Z Fold 3 and Z Flip 3, A34, A35, S22, S22 Plus and S22 Ultra, Tab S8, Tab S8 Plus and Tab S8 Ultra, S21, S21 Plus and Galaxy S21 Ultra. And lastly the A26, and lastly the A60. The Quantum 5 and Quantum 4 are limited to South Korea. And for June, you have the Tab S9 FE and Tab S9 FE Plus, the A53, A33, A25, A24, A50, Quantum 3 exclusive to South Korea, Jump 3, Jump 2, Jump Body 3. All these four devices exclusive to South Korea. Tab A9, Tab A9 Plus, Tab Active 5, Tab Active 4 Pro, and White 7. Another South Korean exclusive device. So there you go. This is the release. These are the release schedule for the One UI 7, at least in South Korea, and we can expect some countries to follow suit too. So, hey, at least Samsung finally released a stable One UI 7 update after a long wait. I wonder what took them so long to release a stable update, right? But hey, it's finally rolling out at long last. So, what do you think, Dreamcar?
Supposedly, that is very interesting though.
Mm. Okay, and we're talking about tariffs again, as new report calculates a 29% price increase for the iPhone 16 Pro Max 1TB in the US. Oh boy. So, analysts are still trying to calculate the impact of tariffs of the US prices of electronics, with iPhones typically being used as an example. Yesterday, Wall Street Journal calculated that the bill of materials for a 256 gigabytes of iPhone 16 Pro can go up by $300. So now, UPS has a report that shows the worst case scenario. The price increase for a 1TB iPhone 16 Pro Max at retail. Yikes! Right now, that 1TB model costs $1,600. Earlier estimates claimed that the price will go up to $2,300. Jesus, that is very, very expensive price. Okay, that is a very, very expensive price. If this is the price going forward for the price increase of the 1TB model for the iPhone 60 Pro, this is not great, guys. Okay, those estimated suggested increases of around 40% for all Apple products made in China. However, UBS reports calculates that a 1TB iPhone 15 Pro Max manufactured in China can be sold for $2,062, a 29% increase over the recent current price. This calculation assumes that the tariff for China stays at the current 54%. However, President Trump has threatened tariffs as high as 104% as a response to China's retaliatory tariffs. Apple also manufactures iPhones in India, which will be a subject to a 26% tariff if imported into the US. This means that a $1,000 iPhone 60 Pro for 128 gigabytes would instead cost $1,120, a 12% increase. Yee. Keep in mind that tariffs aren't applied to the retail price, but rather to the price paid by Apple to its manufacturing partners. This is why it would rather be a 12% increase rather than 26%. Vietnam, where Apple manufactures the Watch Ultra 2, is subject to a 46% tariff, and the current $800 price could go up by 90% to $950. All of this is assuming that Apple passes on the cost increase attributed to tariffs to consumers instead of taking a hit to its profit margin like it did earlier when Trump introduced a 10% tariff on China. It's not clear which path Apple will take once its stockpiled inventory runs out. There are other costs that the UPS considers. AI servers built in Thailand would be subject to a 27% price increase. Now, consumers don't buy AI servers directly, which is very obvious, but those are crucial to Apple's push for AI on iPhones, Macs, and its other product lines. If it really is true, and if they're increasing the prices because of how Trump implemented the tariffs, this is gonna be bad. So there you have it. So what do you think?
For the prices, that might be a different story for now, but boy, that's expensive.
Right? Again, as I said it before, this is the world we're living in right now. This is the world we're living in right now, guys. Alright. Step aside from tariffs for now, as Vivo X200 Ultra shown off as being shown in different colors by company executive and along with its processor being confirmed. So yesterday, Vivo announced it would unveil the much-awaited Vivo X200 Ultra on April 21 in China at 7 p.m. local time. Today, a Vivo executive posted images of the Vivo X200 Ultra of Weibo showing the camera beads in different colors. The Vivo X200 Ultra will come in three colors: silver, red, and black. While we don't know their marketing names, you can see that all three models have different designs on the back covers. The executive who also shared the Vivo X200 Ultra's image also confirmed that the smartphone will be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite SoC, unlike the X200 and X200 Pro, which have the Dimensity 94000 chip at the helm. So this is what it looks like. it's exactly the same image but in different colors. You can see. Here, this is red. This is the red, and this is the server. It has the stripes on it for the server one right here. If we go to the next one, this is the red one, and then this have a different texture for the red one. And last on the black, lastly on the black color, it's just a plain, or I should say, rubbery. I should say, more like some texture to its back for the black. I'll check the red as well. Okay, I think the red is made of glass. So yeah, there's that. So these are the colors for the Vivo X200 Ultra that we just showed you. So yeah, additionally, the official called the X200 Ultra pocket camera that can make calls. It will sport three rear cameras with ZEISS optics and OIS. The primary unit will have a 35 millimeter focal length, while the ultra wide APO telephoto units will have 40 millimeter and 85 millimeter focal lengths respectively. The Vivo X200 will also support 4K at 60 frames, 10-bit log video recording and 4K at 120 frames per second slow-mo recording. The smartphone will pack a 2K display with an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner underneath, which Vivo said will let you unlock the phone even with wet hands. Ooh, this is interesting. That you can unlock your phone with a fingerprint if it's wet. So that's cool. The Vivo X200 Ultra will be filled by a battery having wireless fast charging support. And aside from the X200 Ultra, Vivo will also unveil the X200S on the same day. Expect to hear more about both these phones from Vivo in the coming days. So there you have it. So, what do you think about the looks of the Vivo X200 Ultra at the back, and knowing that it has a different texture to its back cover for each color? Let's start with the silver. You can see this one has a stripes on it here, and the red one is a pure glass, I think, and the black one is made of the of texture or something. So yeah, what do you think?
Alright, if you don't know, I did that review of the camera though yesterday. It's sharp because it's Zeiss. Yeah, the camera was made by Zeiss though.
That's nice, huh? That's pretty nice. Okay. So I was just eating ice cream. Right, last one for this one is the OnePlus 30T display. So OnePlus is currently teasing its next flagship launch with the upcoming Plus 30T. The device is expected to launch in China later this month, and Li Ji, president of OnePlus China, shared an image of the 13T's display. So you can see these are being compared to the iPhone 16 Pro, and yeah, we can see that the 30T sports equally slim bezels with rounded corners. The panel is flat, and according to rumors, it will measure in at 6.31 inches, making it a true compact flagship. The OLED panel features a punch-hole selfie camera and also likely carries an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor just like the regular OnePlus 13. So this is cool. So far, the OnePlus 13 has been confirmed to feature Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, a 6,000 plus milliamp battery, and a new smart button that's set to replace the alert slider. Despite the large battery, OnePlus 13T is confirmed to weigh 185 grams. The phone is also expected to carry 50 megapixels primary and 50 megapixels 2x telephoto cameras. So you can see the display of the OnePlus 30T. It looks really it looks very slim to me. Less bezels too. So pretty cool. What do you think?
Same comment here, but it's very interesting though.
Alright, there we go. And as we are gonna leave the area for TVH now, that is all for TVH right now. We will be back again tomorrow, where we will do the anime and other pop culture news with the Anime Cafe right here on Asper's Cafe. That is tomorrow on TVH. And we will end it here as we are running out of time. So thank you very much, TVH. Until then, I am Cairo. Okay. Anyway, I am Cairo. Alright, well then. Along with Dream Karaoke, the cafe is now closed for TVH, and we will see you tomorrow for the entertainment side with Anime Cafe. Bye bye, TVH. Bye bye.
As per sa face videos by TJ Entertainment, Tim Cardinal speaking.
And we are back. It is now 7:31 p.m. as we continue with the round of the smartphone news on the Tech Cafe. Okay, next one we have is the Motorola Edge 60. And yes, more details have been surfaced. So let's get into that now. So Motorola recently launched the Edge 60 Fusion, and this model will soon be will soon be joined in the company's roster by the Edge 60, which we have seen in some official looking renders a few days ago. And now, more details about the Edge 60's colorways have been out there. The phone will allegedly initially arrive into hues Pantone Shamrock Green and Gibraltar Sea, portrayed in the leaked promo images below. So, this is Shamrock Green right here. The color looks cool. And this is Gibraltar Sea, which is on the right here. It looks nice to me, yeah? It looks very nice. Then later, a new colorway would be added to the portfolio, Pantone Lumperfect. Obviously, the two which feature Pantone in the name are developed in partnership with Pantone, as Motorola has been doing for quite a while now. So this is in Pantone Palm Perfect. It looks really nice, and it looks like that this one is made in leather finish for the back cover, so that's going to be very interesting. And fabric like fake leather rather. Above you can see the fabric like fake leather material of the Palm Perfect Edge 60. The handset will come with features like Catch Me Up, AI Search, Matcha Canvas, and Journal. It's set to sport a 6.67 HP OLED curved screen with 120Hz refresh rate and Cut Glass 7i on top. It will be both IP68 and IP69 certified for dust and water resistance. It will be powered by a MediaTek chipset, either the Dimensity 73000 or the 74000. It will run Android 15 from day one. On rear will be a 50 megapixel main camera and a 30 megapixel ultra wide. Keeping the lights on, a 5500 mAh battery with support for 68 watts fast wire charging. So that's the details of the Motorola Edge 60, and I can say about the back cover for its Pantone colors, they look absolutely fantastic, and it looks very stunning too. So, what do you think, Dreamcar?
I also covered that as well. If you don't know. I also covered that as well.
Oh, oh yeah, oh yeah. But yeah, but your thoughts on that, your thoughts.
It is something to be like oh what? Anyways, it is more similarly interesting because it's now full water resistant. IP68 to IP69. They're both.
There you have it. So, yeah, overall it's good, right? You find the colors fascinating, right?
Yes.
Alright, thank you very much. And now, aside from the Motorola H60 that we just covered just now, we also have a stylus model. Oh dear, another stylus phone coming, right? Alright, so Motorola already launched the H60 Fusion, and the H60 is definitely coming very soon, since it can't stop leaking. The H60 series is thus clearly going to grow, but today a new rumor claims there will be an unexpected member in the family as well, the Motorola H60 stylus. That's right, Motorola is apparently planning on releasing a stylus Endo member in its flagship smartphone line. This device will obviously include the stylus and will also have a 6.7 HP OLED display with 120Hz refresh rate. It will allegedly be powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 chipset, paired with 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage, and will run Android 15 from day one. Camera-wise, there will be a 50 megapixel main unit on the back next to a 30 megapixel secondary sensor of some sort, possibly ultra-wide, while for selfies there will be a 32 megapixel camera. The Edge 60 is set to have a 5,000 mAh battery with support for 68 watts wide and 50 watts wireless charging. The handset will allegedly launch in India on April 17th. So, yeah, an unexpected member joining the Edge 60, and this time it's going to be a stylus model which will include stylus, huh? That is interesting. Unexpected member, huh? Joining the lineup. Unless Jim already covered this, any thoughts?
Same thoughts as well.
Same thoughts, huh? All right, thank you very much. And let's move on here. Right. Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite 2. There's already a second generation coming out, huh? So, more details about the set processor has been released, and yes, Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite 2 is coming this year, most likely in October, and last month its Antutu score got leaked, showing massive improvements compared to the original 8 Elite. Today, a new rumor out of China shares some more details about Qualcomm's next top-of-the-line SoC. It is said to be using second generation Orion CPU cores, which will increase performance by about 25%. So GPU's independent cache is also actually growing from 12 megabytes to 60 megabytes, and GPU performance will be increased about by 30% overall. The chip will support LPDDR5X and LPDDR6 RAM 2. Those are all the details revealed so far. So yeah, it really looks like that the Snapdragon 8 Elite will be a very solid upgrade compared to its predecessor for sure. And more leaks and rumors about it are definitely coming in the next few months. So that's awesome about this one too. So yeah, if I can expect now, maybe it will have a major performance boost compared to the Snapdragon 8 Elite, and I think this is what I'm hoping for it. I can manifest with this now. So what do you think?
I expect that soon, but interesting though.
All right. And last, before we take a break, Red Magic 10 Air's launch date has been announced. So, Nubia's Red Magic 10 series includes two smartphones, Red Magic 10 Pro and Red Magic 10 Pro Plus. These will be joined by a third member next week, which is called the Red Magic 10 Air. This announcement came through Red Magic's Weibo account, where the brand announced it will unveil the Red Magic 10 Air on April 16 in China at 3 p.m. local time. The image posted by Red Magic reveals the Red Magic 10 Air will a metal frame with the back panel sporting three circles, which is right here, guys. Around right here. This is the air model of the Red Magic 10. And you can see the camera modules right here, or thin. So that's cool. So yeah, Red Magic hasn't diverged the specs of the Red Magic 10 Air, but with the launch over a week away, we could see the brand reveal some features of the smartphone to build hype around it. So there you have it. So that's the teaser of the Red Magic 10 Air, and as we confirmed earlier, that this one will have a metal frame and sporting three circles, meaning I could say 10 camera modules, 10 camera circles, I guess. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So what do you think about the Red Magic 10 Air?
Same comment as you.
All right, that's all for the round of the smartphone news on the Tech Cafe for now. And as promised by later, we will be covering the EV news with the what's with the what's with the electronic or electric vehicles on on the on the industry right now. So yeah, we will be covering that in a brand new segment on the Tech Cafe that's later right here on Espresso Cafe. In the meantime, it is now 7:40 p.m. as we will return with more coffee sessions right here on Espresso Cafe. Our sponsors for today.
Asper's Aircon, Dream Cars Pizza and Kapenoy Coffee.
We will return after the break.
This program was brought to you by DLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan. Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. And Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FVS Manufacturing Corporation.
Dream Car Karaoke po. Tuwing paggising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap. Kaya lumipat na ako sa bagong kape ng bayan.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Gawa sa purong Arabica at Robusta mula sa pinakamainit na puso ng Pilipinas. Piniling mabuti at inihanda ng may pagmamalasakit.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap. O mga Kapinoy, subukan nyo ng tikman ang lasa ng bayan.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Kapinoy Coffee, masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Mga Kapinoy, tikman nyo na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Tamang-tama lang tapang at sarap ng kape na tiyak na magigising ka. Kaya subukan na ang bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Cream mula sa FVS Manufacturing Corporation.
Ang mas masarap na pizza ay andito na! Dream Cars Pizza, the finest pizza in the Philippines. Rich sauce, crispy crust, smooth creamy cheese, maraming toppings to choose from. And not only that, may frozen pizza rin sila. Take your pizza on the go. Dream Cars Pizza. We make the pizza the Dream Cars way.
For deliveries, call 141-9191. That's 141-9191.
Dream Cars Frozen Pizza are also available in supermarkets near you.
Dagdag na puhunan para sa negosyo, bagong equipment, or additional supplies. Grow your way with BDO Multi-Purpose Loan. Sa tulong ng BDO Multi-Purpose Loan, kaya nang mag-level up ng negosyo mo. Apply for a BDO Multi-Purpose Loan now and enjoy up to 30,000 pesos in waived loan fees. Visit any BDO branch. BDO, we find ways.
Terms and conditions apply. Promo period is from March 1 to October 31, 2025. For DTI Trade Permit Number 214786 Series of 2025. BDO is regulated by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
Mancha, 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 ang daming labada.
Sa unang babad pa lang, si Breeze nagtatanggal.
Based on lab test mud and polyester, results may vary.
Mancha, Breeze 3 washes back ka na.
Kahit 3 times dami ng laba, Breeze 3 washes pack. Refers up to 3 wash loads, up to 18 to 20 pieces per wash. Breeze!
Libre po ang pagpapalit ng sirang RFID sticker ayon sa AutoSweep RFID, ang RFID na ginagamit sa mga expressway na pinatatakbo ng SMC Tollways. Mula nang ipatupad ng gobyerno ang contactless toll collection policy noong 2020, sa kasagsagan ng pandemya, ginawang libre na ng AutoSweep ang pagpapakabit at pagpapalit ng mga sirang RFID sticker. Pinapayuhan ng AutoSweep na magpakabit ng window sticker imbis na sa headlight para hindi masira ang microchip na binabasa ng mga RFID readers sa mga toll plaza. Nasisira ang mga headlight-mounted RFID tags dahil sa init, wear and tear at maging sa tubig sanhi ng pag-ulan o ng simpleng paghuhugas ng sasakyan. Matatandaang ipinagbawal kamakailan ng Toll Regulatory Board o ng TRB at ng Land Transportation Office o LTO ang paggamit ng expressway ng mga motoristang walang electronic toll collection device o ng ETC tulad ng RFID sticker. Isang sanhi ng pagbagal sa mga exit toll plaza ang mga motoristang hindi gumagamit ng RFID ayon sa TRB. Gamit ang AutoSweep RFID sa mga sumusunod na expressway: South Luzon Expressway, Star Tollway, Skyway System, NAIA Expressway at Tarlac Pangasinan La Union Expressway. AutoSweep RFID rin ang gamit sa Muntinlupa Cavite Expressway. Bisitahin ang AutoSweep RFID website sa www.autosweeprfid.com para sa iba pa mga impormasyon tungkol sa inyong account. Sundan rin ang kanilang official Facebook page, AutoSweep RFID, para sa latest updates. Para sa iba pang mga katanungan, tumawag sa AutoSweep RFID hotline 025-318-8655 o mag-email sa customercare@autosweeprfid.com.
San Miguel Pale Pilsen presents isa, dalawa, tawa! Coco, patulong naman sa mga tanong namin oh. Game! Anong tawag sa beer na nakakatawa? Ano? Eddie Biro!
Ano naman tawag sa beer na kumakanta?
Ano?
Eddie Beer It!
Anong tawag sa beer na nauubos?
Alam ko yan.
Di sa beer!
Tumpa! Kaya bili na tayo ng San Miguel Pale Pilsen.
San Miguel Pale Pilsen, sarap laging kasama. Drink responsibly.
Pag may lagnat si bunso at mapait ang gamot, pahirapan sa pag-inom. Pero pag Kidilets, madaling inumin para gumaling.
United Home Kitty-Lets. Chewable paracetamol in candy flavors.
Unilab yan.
Paracetamol is the generic name of Kitty-Lets. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Pangarap ay umangat pero minsan ay sanungat. Kabayanin kita sa Ginebra! Ikaw ang inspirasyon. Kahit di madali, katuwang sa bawat sandali. Kabayanin kita sa One Ginebra Nation. Kaya para sa barangay, ako naman pagbibigay. Kabayanin tayo, kabayanin kita.
Drink responsibly.
Ganito ang tunog ng clogged nose. Pag sinabayan pa ng headache, hirap, di ba?
Kaya pag may clogged nose and headache, decongest with Decolgen Forte, the most powerful relief versus other Decolgen formulations. With maximum decongesting action versus PE-based medicines available OTC in the Philippines. Decolgen Forte.
Kahit itanong mo sa doktor,
Alagang Unilab yan. Phenylpropanolamine, HCI, chlorphenamine, maleate, paracetamol is the generic name of Decolgen Forte. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
We now return to Asphere's Cafe.
We are back. It is now 7:48 p.m. and as we are about to get into the next exciting part of the Tech Cafe, let's get into EV news with Dreamcar on the Tech Cafe. Take it away.
Expect here from Canada. Nissan Leaf. This is their so-called electric car is now undergoing testing in Canada. And of course, the Nissan Leaf is a recognizable EV. And on the same CMF EV platform that under the Nissan area. There it is, a 2026 Nissan Leaf. And according here from Canada's Canada's program chief for Nissan Francois Bailey, that it could achieve the WLTP range up to 600 kilometers. The US EP lower but approaching 48 kilometers. That will be a year last year 41. This is what it looks like, and it's a Nissan, and you could tell that this one is very interesting as well. The visual transformation, the new version of the crossover design of the Leaf, where they're removing that traditional hatchback, and they will have a more versatile option. And they will be arriving in global markets later this year, joining the area with their EV lineup, including here the and their 4th gen Rogue for next year in the US market. And it will be also a plug-in hybrid, though it will be planning, of course, for the next 2 years, the adventure-focused SUV, and they call it the Electric Xterra by the Mississippi plant. From there you go. Next, Xiaomi. Yes, Xiaomi with the YU7. Interestingly, they have the 99.9 and 99.1 with a smart glass roof. And according here from their introduction of the YU7, which is the new electric SUV, it has the purple tint, I think, yeah, purple tint with the new details about the YU7. It has a vast 5.35 M2 of glass. That's right there, the cover there, and it could remove, supposedly has the advanced technology to remove and shield occupants from their sun rays. And the panoramic roof has a dual silver coating that blocks 99.9% of the UV rays and 99.1% of the radiation. The windshield goes even further with their triple silver coating, 99.5% of UV and 97.6% of infrared radiation. And according from the internal test conducted by Xiaomi, that their advanced glass technology is significant different. Being exposed from the half hour, it was 38 degrees Celsius. For the interior of the SU7, it was 59.5. It claims that the Tesla Model 3 has, under the same conditions, reached a much hotter 71.5. You could see that the clever glass roof from Xiaomi consists of a layer of 2mm clear glass with a dual silver coating. There's also a middle film and another layer of clear glass with this time low E coating. It has the low E technology and dual silver coating. This results for a TTS of total solar transmittance of 12.3. Yep, there's a little bit of solar energy. It will be scheduled of the YU7 on next 2 to 3 months. And there's more, of course, the Cybertruck. Of course, the recall about the dodgy fix about the Cybertruck, which is their loose trim and or the cantrail has resulted in repairs over 80,000 to 100,000 price range. And you can tell that part, yes, the cantrail slightly misaligned. You could tell the gaps of the butyl skewing nuts, and appears to have visible panel gaps and a rust mark. Yep, you could tell there's a rust mark there on the vehicle chassis. That's from the owner from a Cybertruck from New Jersey. That's noticed the mark near the repair site, speculating that might be not from a weld. Oh wait, might be from a weld, but not need any welding. So according here that the company has formulated under the base of early adopters for this one, and it demanded to have a standard of service and finish that will pay premium prices for the electric cars. Expect a better product, not one with a visible defects post repair. Could tell that rust mark that in the middle, in the weld right there. And according to them, it less than the ideal fix can also create the headache for the Cybertruck owners who have wrapped their vehicles. Yep. And of course, there's no indication that the Tesla will cover those prices. So expect that soon for Tesla to have the update on that fix right there. Yep. And one more. Yes. Tesla no longer offers the Cybertruck's range extender battery option. Oof. That is bizarre. They no longer offer a range extender. Yep. Instead of the 63,000 euro truck with more than 805 kilometers of single charge. That's whole goddamn 3 million peso Cybertruck there. Well, of course, they're delivered 520 kilometer for 72,000 euros. Here's the cost though. 4.5 million peso. Oh boy. Their battery pack brings to the range of 760 kilometers now appears to be removed by the configurator. And of course, they remove it from by Tesla. And of course, the extender is accepted percent of the bed which costs 13,500 euros or 845,000 pesos. And you could reserve that one for only 112,000 or one and non-refundable as well. It could only be sold at Tesla service centers, but yeah, it's too much for the price. It's unfair for them that they will pause the reservation or continue the feature, but expect that soon because after being delayed, the promise back to the market. That's from Tesla and one more Xpeng. Xpeng.
Mr. Cairo, if
Oh,
you
Spargo.
are listening to this, please do not show the Lamau SMP. And if you did, please cut it off. We will not do any streams of Lamau SMP due to the influx of N-word. Maraming salamat.
Okay, noted.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Kamatis.
much. That is noted.
Xpeng.
I'm gonna like blur it. I'm gonna be blurring it anyway. All right, continue. Go.
All right, Xpeng. Funny name, Xpeng. With each cape, I don't know what it is, but it's a Polish brand supposedly partnered now from Xpeng with their G9, G6, and a P7. It's their G9 from Xpeng with where is that? A high-end 2150 watt dyna audio sound system, 22 speakers, whole 22 speakers, ranging up to 200 kilometers in range for 5 minutes and charging up to 80% under 20 minutes. 570 kilometers of range and the Pilot 4.0 intelligent driver assistance. Xpeng's G9 will cost 58,980 euros, or should I say 3,195 pesos. Oh boy, that's too much. For Polish viewers, I don't know if you have done 3,711 pesos. Oh boy, Polish zloty. Meanwhile, the Xpeng's G6 also 20-inch wheel to 280 kilowatt charging capability, 10% 8% less than before. It's cost about 203,900 Polish zloty, 2,990,000 pesos. In euros, 47,500, or should I say 29. And the P7, which is a little bit smaller, but it has the EW performance, LED lights, 473 horsepower, 100 kilometers in 4 seconds, and it has Xpilot 3, and yes, 29 minutes for the P7. Xpeng's P7 will start at 50,000 euros, or should I say 3 million and 260,900 Polish zloty. Okay, and that's our EV updates. Back to you, Aspargos.
Thank you very much, Dream Car Karaoke. And exactly 8 p.m. And just before we go, I will be joining Hangout with Momo tonight for my take on the dark side of anime fandom. So yes, I will be discussing that with Momo later on Hangout with Momo. So that is all for for what you can expect of me discussing what's wrong with the fandom later on Hangout with Momo. And with that, that is all for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We will be closing our cafe now. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. We will be back again tomorrow, where we will do the anime and other pop culture news with the Anime Cafe right here on Asphere's Cafe. Tomorrow, huh? Same time, same place, 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on Cool FM. Until next time, I am Cairo.
And I'm Dreamcar, the cafe is now closed.
We will see you tomorrow. And yes, we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye for now.
Asphere's Cafe is produced by TJ Entertainment. Dreamcar Dinancy speaking.